And we welcome you into the Pride pregame show as we get you set for a big USA South matchup tonight as Greensboro College Volleyball takes on Salem College in a game that has more than one interesting storyline. And obviously, Stephen, we'll break them all down. But let's start with the fun one. Coach Dan Bozarth, his daughter, plays for Salem.
Yeah, Maddie's going to be, she's a great defender. She actually won Defender of the Week last week, or Libero of the Week. So she's going to, enjoy that matchup against her dad tonight. It's gonna be fun. The Bozarths are a wonderful family, and they're gonna go up against each other tonight. But it won't be the only time they go up against each other this year. So round one, we'll see who takes it here tonight. But definitely a fun storyline to watch.
We'll talk to Coach Bo later, and we'll ask him a little bit about what the dinner conversation after this game is going to be like. If it's gloating, or if it's going to say, "Hey, be quiet, we're not talking about that." But let's go ahead and talk about this team. They've been nothing short of phenomenal. Back-to-back sweeps against Brevard last week and Mary Baldwin this past Saturday, and nothing else to say other than they're clicking on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, they really are. Cross your fingers. They're healthy. They're really hitting on all cylinders. They were able to get some, really the whole roster just about in the game on Saturday against Mary Baldwin to kind of get the bench reps and keep them fresh too. But it was all around strong effort. They did what they were supposed to do, which is great to see, and that should be celebrated. They did exactly what they needed to do against Mary Baldwin to get their fifth straight conference win to start the season. So so far so good. There's nothing too much to say other than they're on a roll. But we'll talk about it. Tonight is a big game.
Yeah, and two things from that Mary Baldwin game that stand out to me. First off, you were talking about getting the bench some opportunities. Evelyn Dunlap picks up her first 2 career kills, and just the chemistry and watching all the team just rally around her, be excited for her. That was super neat to see. Throw in a plug for our podcast here in a little bit, but that gets talked about in that as well. But the other thing, something that Coach Bo told me in our pregame against Mary Baldwin, he said, look, we cannot beat ourselves. He said that's the big thing. We have to come out there with the same energy. Mary Baldwin has struggled some this year. We've got to come out there, be ourselves, and do not beat ourselves. And I think that's a big check mark on the to-do list this year. We've seen them come in and take care of business in the game that they probably should have won, and they didn't. I don't want to say play down to competition, but they didn't put themselves in a situation to give the other team hope, and they took care of business in 3 sets.
Well, that's what we talked about before that game too. Is don't give Mary Baldwin any kind of hope coming off the bus, because they were a better team than they were last year. So you wanted to take care of business early. You wanted to set the tone, and that's what they did. And so it was great to see them just come out, take care of business like they should have. And they just keep rolling. So they'll move on to tonight against Salem.
Last thing here, Stephen, before we go off to some of our other content, actually 2 things. The first thing, we are once again, maybe not on record watch, but moving up the leaderboards watch. Jalen Templeton, 21 assists away from second place all time. And Morgan Mayfield, and I don't remember the exact number here, but is the similar number to moving up into third all time in career digs. So a couple of players that should easily, I say easily, if it's a shorter match, who knows, but should be either moving up the leaderboards tonight or right on the precipice.
Yeah, those two have been great. Jalen was recognized for 3,000 assists and 1,000 digs before last game. Morgan is, just so, unbelievable, back there as the libero. And so, those two will be big tonight, as they always are. And so we'll continue to see, hopefully, we can see some records, I don't say fall because they won't be in first place, but, Jalen moving up to second all time in assists and Morgan up the digs list as well.
And you mentioned Morgan. She was, or will be, depending on the release date of it, the newest guest, most recent guest on the Getting to Know podcast, and really neat getting to sit down and talk with her.
Yeah, it was great to talk to Morgan. She's been such a great, just human being. We got to know her a little bit more, and she's a great teammate on the court. She's a great human off the court. So I think you'll really enjoy that podcast coming out here in a couple days.
It'll be on the Greensboro College Athletics YouTube page. In the meantime, we've got an interview with Coach Bo. We've got highlights from the Mary Baldwin match, and we're also going to roll the post-game interviews with both Kelsey Brooks and Jalen Templeton as we get you set for a big USA South matchup tonight. Mayfield back to Shiflett. Shiflett's attack. There's a score. And another one she gets a fingertip on. Templeton to Carefoot. Just pushes it over. Now across to Nguyen. Shiflett pushes it just over the line of defense, the front line, to DeShazo, and just dumped over there by Avant. Here comes Shiflett. Shiflett hard on the attack. Are the Fighting Squirrels. Shiflett to Brooks. Brooks just touches it over by Newman. Mayfield to Templeton. Brooks off of two fingertips of one off of the front line, one off of the back line when their first service ace of the match. Young serve now. Newman hits it out of bounds. 16-8 Greensboro. Back over. Young digs it out. Templeton again. Cody this time off of Ammerman and out of play. Brooks. Quick one hits both ways. Now McCown off the deflection, gets the point. Smith to Baxley, to Shiflett, and who else to put an exclamation mark on today than Peyton Shiflett. Greensboro wins it 25-13 in the third set. Hey, Kelsey, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, fantastic. Well, first off, congrats on another big win today, and a nice day for you. I see 9 kills on the stat sheet and a couple of digs and a block, a block there, and just walk me through the day for you.
We all came in ready to play. We knew that we couldn't let up. We're just trying to build each game, so hopefully we can make it to the championship this year.
One of the things that stood out to me in that game, just the emotion on your team when Evelyn Dunlap picked up her first couple of kills. Talk to me a little bit about that.
It's always exciting to see a freshman go in and get kills to build their confidence and hopefully get in the game as they get older.
Jalen Templeton picking up, that was acknowledged before the game for, 3,000 career assists and 1,000 career digs. What has she meant to this team?
She's meant a lot since freshman year. She always comes out with a good attitude, hustles. She's just a great player all the way around.
Last one here for you. I know I've seen on social media the wrestling belt that's been going around, and I know you've been the recipient a couple of times. How did that get started?
Coach Bo, he kind of just was like, I'm going to get this for y'all. We're going to do a team MVP every game. That we only get it if we win, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, congratulations. I know you've got it a couple times. Go enjoy this win.
Thank you.
That was Kelsey Brooks, and I think we may have Jalen Templeton over here as well. Hey, Jalen, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, first off, congrats on the victory today. Let's talk about the pregame today. You got recognized for your 3,000 career assists, your 1,000 career digs, and nobody else in school history has ever done that. How does that sound?
That's pretty great. I honestly didn't know that until Steven told me, so it's pretty cool.
Walk me through this game for you guys. Obviously, you take down Mary Baldwin in 3 sets. Your normal brand of excellence with 18 more assists today. Just walk me through the afternoon.
Well, even though they're probably not top at our conference, but we always have to come in ready to beat anyone because anyone in the USA South can come out and just do crazy things. So we came in and we just did what we were supposed to do. Third
straight year for you guys with 9 wins heading into October. You're 9-2. You're 6-0 on the conference, sitting at the top. Talk to me a little bit maybe about your preseason expectations and how you guys are on track for that.
We really came in this year thinking we want to be in that championship game in November at the end of the season like we were my senior class freshman year, and that was just a big thing for us. We want to play hard every game and get to that championship game.
Jalen, thank you so much, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Bo, appreciate you joining us on the Greensboro Pride pregame show. Just giving us a little bit of a preview of tonight's match, big USA South match here against Salem. Of course, Salem, a crosstown foe, just not too far down the road in Winston-Salem. Dan, let's talk about first. This is a pretty important regular season game when it comes to the USA South. Both teams haven't lost yet, lost a conference match yet, and so obviously you get up for every game, right? But today is one of those games that I think with the expected crowd, it's going to be a big crowd, and of course a big regular season game. What's your thoughts headed into tonight?
Yeah, I think this is one of the games that we circled earlier in the year as a big time matchup for us. This is a team that swept us last year, and we knew coming into this year, they're coming off 30-win season. They've been tops of the conference the past few years. So if you want to be the best team in the conference, you got to take on the best, and especially on your home court, come out ready to play. But we knew this was going to be a tough matchup from the beginning of the year, and they've certainly had a good season so far. And we're both coming in undefeated. So it's definitely, it's still early in the season a little bit for conference play, but still, you got a chance to beat a team or play a team on your home court. You want to take advantage of that.
Yeah, so obviously, you guys watch film and on your opponents. What are some of the strengths that Salem brings that you'll have to watch for tonight?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is trying to contain their middle hitter. They've got one of the best middle hitters in the conference. She's not extremely tall, but she's super athletic and super smart with her volleyball IQ. She hits to open spots a lot, and just trying to block her a little bit, trying to contain her a little bit so where she just doesn't have free reign at the net. So just trying to slow her down a little bit, I think is going to be a big key for us. So we spent a lot of time the past couple of days working on some defensive adjustments and some personnel changes to try to give us a better opportunity to slow her down a little bit. And then obviously they've got some really good pin hitters. Defense is solid, just an all-around good team. Barry's done a really good job with his group so far this year.
Awesome. Let's transition to your team real quick. You guys 5-0 in conference play for the first time since 2014. Just talk a little bit about where your team's at right now, and the success that you guys have had to start this season.
Well, I put it back on the players. Like, we've got some really good players in our program, and we got a lot of seniors who've been through the process a little bit, and they kind of understand what it's about, and they've set a good tone for us. We've really started to stack a lot of good practices together, and that's something we were struggling with earlier in the year. We'd have a good practice, and the next one would be a little bit off, but we're starting to stack good practices together. So I think that's a sign of a good team when you can have leaders that will stop a practice and get us back on track and push us through. And then when we get into these crunch time games, they just perform. They've been through it. They know what they're about. They have some high goals for the season, and they keep coming back to those goals and understanding like every game matters. So I'm excited to see what they do in a big time matchup on our home court tonight.
Absolutely. It should be a great one. Again, if you're not able to join us here at Haynes Gym, be sure to tune in on the Greensboro Athletics YouTube channel. Last question for you, Bo. Today is the Battle of the Bozarths, if you will. Your daughter plays for Salem. So what's the thought process? I mean, I know obviously you're focused on your team and the entire Salem team, but talk about the kind of the special night tonight that you're going to be playing against your daughter.
Well, obviously it's always cool to see your kid play in a college game. I think one of the challenges for me this year has been I have not been able to see her as much as I wanted to because our schedules are basically the same. So it's cool tonight to be able to actually see her play on the court, and I want her to do well, of course, but not too good. We have certainly talked a lot of trash over the past few weeks. We have not spoken to each other in about 4 or 5 days. So I'm thankful. I'll be thankful when this game's over tonight and we can hug and talk again for at least a few weeks till we play each other again. But we're both super competitive. We're very similar in that way. I think we're both excited for the challenge that each other brings to the table with our teams. And it's just going to be a fun, cool night to see her play and to play against each other.
Awesome. Well, it should be a blast. This is going to be a fun matchup. And it also could be a preview of, a big matchup down the road, possibly in the tournament as well. So, again, be sure to tune in right here. Here in just a few minutes, we'll get this game started. So, Coach Bo, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, and that is the backdrop for today's game. It'll be an exciting one for sure. Obviously, a couple of players worth noting, especially we'll start with the visiting Spirits of Salem. Obviously, Aspen Bradley has been a big part of this team's success here in 2025. 181 kills and a .415 kill percentage this season. Leah Reimer as well, 324, the hit percentage for her as well this year. 25 aces for Ella Bramus. She'll be one to keep an eye on. Olivia Torres with 17 as well. Diggs leader is Leah Reimer with 134. Leading blocker this season with 29 blocks is Aspen Bradley. Another 20 by Ariana Nopoulos. As far as Greensboro is concerned, you take a look at some of their leading numbers here in the early going of 2025. Kills leader, no question, Peyton Schiffler right now leading the team as well with a .316 hit percentage, at least as far as the quote-unquote regulars, if you will, but obviously really good starts to the year as well for Kelsey Brooks and Larkin Baxley as well. Leading server in terms of aces is Morgan Mayfield. She's got 17. Shiflett with 15 this year. Mayfield, again, 243 digs, 6.23 on the year. And, of course, in the assist category, Jalen Templeton, 331. And she continues to work her way up the leaderboard. Speaking of which, Templeton needs 31 assists to move into, 21 rather, to move into a tie. Is second place all time. Morgan Mayfield, 8 digs to tie for third place all time. So, obviously a big opportunity for them to move up the leaderboard, but personal accolades aside, this is an important match here in the early-ish still part of the year, still the better part of a month of season still to go as the calendar switches to October. Greensboro comes into today 6-0 in conference play, and Salem has not lost yet as well. So we will step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, it's the Pride, it's the Spirits, and it's next on the Greensboro College Sports Network. It's a battle between USA South heavyweights as number 1 meets number 2 here in Haynes Gym on a midweek USA South women's volleyball match on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Good evening, everyone. Kendrick Fruits here with you as the number 1 Pride, 6-0, 5-0 rather, in USA South play, take on number 2 Salem. Salem comes into today second in the conference, 13-2, 3-0 in USA South play, in the Spirits and the Pride. While maybe not necessarily running away with things yet, certainly trying to distance themselves. They are the only 2 teams still unbeaten in conference play. Greensboro with a modest 4-game winning streak coming into today. How about Salem, though? They start the year at a 1-2 clip. They have now reeled off 12 consecutive victories, and they come into today, again, as we mentioned, 13-2. That breaks down to 6-0 at home, 3-0, we mentioned in the conference, 2-0 on the road, 5-2 in neutral play. So Greensboro certainly has their work cut out for them this evening. On the court for the Pride to start things off this afternoon will be Shiflett, Mayfield, Lily Burson drawing the start today, Grace Young, Jalen Templeton, and Taylor Cody. Starting lineup for the Spirits. This should be a familiar name. Madison Bozarth, daughter of Greensboro head coach Dan Bozarth, to serve to get this one underway. Olivia Torres, Jelena Bunn also in the lineup. We are underway here on a Wednesday night. Shiflett across to Cody. Cody dumps it over. the Bozarth. The rest of the starting lineup, Bradley, Reimer, and Bramus. Good job there by Mayfield to go down and get that one. Cody again sends it over too strong, and the opening point of this heavyweight fight goes to Salem. Bozarth serve to the back. Mayfield, Cody, Shiflett. And over goes quick soft touch. Shiflett on the hit to Templeton. Back to Shiflett. That one tipped by Salem. Their third, just a dump over to Shiflett. Nobody's really flexed their muscle yet. Cody tries on the hammer, but too strong. And it's an early 2-0 Salem advantage. Greensboro's only 2 losses this year came in a tri-match a couple of Saturdays ago against ODAC opponents Lynchburg and Bridgewater. Quick tip there. And a point from Aspen Bradley going up at the net and taking it away from Jalen Templeton. 3-0 Salem lead early. Bozarth serve, a low liner. Young to Templeton, quick touch, and again Bradley gets a finger on it too soon, or too strong rather, and Greensboro on the board. Aspen Bradley. She's going to be one to contend with around the net today. Greensboro's first serve will come thanks to Morgan Mayfield. Hit there by Bunn. The attack from Bramus. Greensboro sends it back over. Bramus again, a low liner. Mayfield goes down to get it to Templeton. Back to Shiflett. That's tipped at the line, pushed back over by Del Castillo. And again, Bramer on the attack. Templeton a quick dump over, but ready for it was Salem. And a whistle and a point. Little discussion between Salem and Greensboro, but it will go to the Pride. And they have cut it down to within 1. Mayfield serve, sinking and dropping in front of Bunn. An ace for Mayfield, and the Pride have tied it early on here at 3. Now Greensboro looks for their first lead of the afternoon. Serve from Mayfield. Set up to Reimer. Quick tip over to Young. To Templeton. Del Castillo off of Bozarth, and Greensboro grabs a 4-3 lead. Well, after spotting Salem 3 to start, Greensboro has bounced back for the next 4. Mayfield's served, scooped up there by Torres. That one from Bramus just catching the corner. On the back, far back corner, makes it 4-4. And Bramus will serve. Bramus sends it over. Young. Templeton on the set, a push there from Shiflett to Bunn. This is Schurer, excuse me. And Greensboro can't do anything but tip the over. And it'll be 5-4 Salem. Both Del Castillo and Young go down to get it, can't do anything with it. Bramer again on the serve. Greensboro watches and pulls back even at 5. Substitution coming here for the Pride. We've got a quick stoppage. Skylar Rokov coming in for Greensboro. Checking in for Salem is Polly Lenny. And it'll be Templeton on the serve. Templeton sends it across, a little knuckler. Tip there, attack from Bradley. Mayfield dives, can't get to it. And Salem again going back in front, 6-5 now. In what certainly appears to be fair tonight. Sadie Rich checks in for Bunn. Reimer on the serve to Young, to Mayfield. Shiflett up for it, sends it strong, and gets the point on the back corner. Peyton Shiflett ties it up again. Checking in now for Greensboro, Kelsey Brooks, to see her first action here this afternoon. I know I've said afternoon a couple times. It's after 7 o'clock. High serve there, taken by Lenny. And a quick tip there from Schur. Can't get it over. It's rejected. I think Rokov got a hand on it. And Greensboro goes ahead 7-6. Pride. Now it'll be Shiflett to serve. Lenny. It'll be point Salem on the back. Again tied at 7. Greensboro won their last couple of matches, both 3-0. This one has the feeling of not doing that. Excellent job there, point Greensboro. Brooks, a soft touch. Reimer went down to get it, but hitting it out of bounds, 8-7. Del Castillo checks out now for Greensboro. Grace Klingensmith comes in. Klingensmith on the serve. Far side. Dove for there. Here comes the attack. A softer one from Sadie Rich. Templeton to Cody. Cody slam! Taylor Cody gives Greensboro their largest lead of the night. An early 2-point advantage, 9-7. Klingensmith serve. Lenny to Reimer. Poked over there by Schur. Greensboro can't get to it. A diving attempt from Shiflett comes up empty. 9-8. Greensboro advantage down to 1. Now checking back in Bramus for Salem. Serving here Olivia Torres, the sophomore from Boynton Beach, Florida. Torres sends it over. Shiflett and Brooks almost collide. Brooks on the deflection, back to her. Templeton, the quick over to Reimer, and a push there from Bramus. Greensboro having to hurry. Here's Rokov. It's deflected at the net. Bramus again on the attack. Blocked! A combo block. Cody and Rokov. Greensboro back out in front 2. Burson's checking back in. Rokov coming off. Burson on the serve. Torres. And the attack from Sadie Rich into the net. Point Greensboro 11-8. Should mention Mayfield now just 5 digs away from third place all time. She's already got 3 in the early going tonight. Serve from Burson strong, and it's 11-9. Checking back in is Drelina Bunn from Kernersville. Coming out is Sadie Rich. Greensboro still working with Templeton, Cody, Mayfield, Burson, Shiflett, and Brooks. Bunn on the serve to Brooks, to Templeton. And Kelsey Brooks gets it over. A block attempt from Reimer falls harmlessly down, and Greensboro extends their lead back to 3 as Grace Young comes in for Brooks now. Mayfield's got Greensboro's lone ace of the evening. Young looking for one, not able to get it though. Bramer sends it back over. Here's Templeton. Shiflett to Bozarth, to Reimer. Another attack. Just saved there by Burson. Excellent job. Shiflett, that one off of the block. Another point, Greensboro. A powerful kill from Shiflett off of the fingertips of the front line of defense of Salem. And nothing they can do with the Karam. Pride lead by 4. Serve from Young to Bunn. Reimer, attack there from Bramus. Greensboro able to play it. Here comes Shiflett again, a soft toss to Bunn. To Reimer, and again Bramer. This one, good job by Burson to dig that one out. The Templeton can't play it as it goes out of bounds into the seats, 13-10. It'll be Bozarth on the serve. To Mayfield. The Templeton to Cody. Cody's attack blocked, sent right back over by Young. Bozarth. Salem sends it back over again. Cody's going to try again. That's blocked. Great job there by Grace Young. Here's Shiflett. Shiflett on the attack, but she hits the net, and it's going to be a point for Salem. 13-11. Bozarth again on the serve. Shiflett 2 early kills. Tied for the team lead. Bradley for Salem has the most. Shiflett pushes this one over on kind of a wild possession for Greensboro. Attack there by Bradley. Didn't get a lot on it. And how about Peyton Shiflett? An attack error moments ago and follows it up by finding the back of the court. Greensboro lead restored to 3. Mayfield on the serve. Quick touch by Bradley. Mayfield, Shiflett rising up again. It's partially blocked now to Bunn. Quickly pushed over by Reimer. Del Castillo, they kind of fought for it, jousting at the net. Goes over now, Bramer with it. Sends it out of bounds. Bramer trying to tiptoe that far boundary. Greensboro's lead is 4 here in the opening set. Mayfield serve, dropping softly. Bunn to Bozarth. Bramer pushes it over. Good job by Shiflett. Punched up by Burson. Shiflett sends it over. There's a whistle. I think both Shiflett and Mayfield both touched it. Mayfield and Shiflett talking over the game plan there. Not sure what the... So, was that one's blocked there, going out of bounds. Good save attempt by Bramus. It'll go out of bounds, though. Greensboro gets the point, so that distraction over there. What we're being told, there were a couple of bugs over there that the official went and picked up and just threw them off of the court. I guess the last thing you want to do is go diving for a ball on the court and end up with bug guts on your uniform. 16-12 your score. Templeton on the serve. Hit there by Lenny, going backwards and falls out of bounds. Greensboro's lead is 5, the largest it's been tonight. (17-12). Templeton sends it across to Lenny, to Reimer, and Bradley with the kill just under the arm of Templeton. 17-13. Bunn checks out. Rich comes in. Templeton now with 5 assists today, so she is 16 away from second all time. That's served over to Young, to Mayfield. Shiflett rising up. What a strong kill, Peyton Shiflett. Off the fingertips of Lenny, nothing she could do with it, and Greensboro's lead is 5. Young comes out. Del Castillo comes in. And Peyton Shiflett goes to work. Bozarth to Reimer. Bradley too strong, and Greensboro goes up 19-13. A whistle, a timeout called by Salem. Greensboro, after spotting the Spirits 3 early points, have come back in a big way. They lead at 19-13 here in set number 1 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. So Greensboro with a 19-13 advantage in the early going. Salem coming off a 3-1 win against Southern Virginia their last time out. Shiflett on the serve. And the attack on the far side. Greensboro able to play it. Here's Brooks. Brooks with the soft touch. Reimer to Bozarth. Going to Rich. Greensboro keeps it alive. Templeton. This has gone way back. Brooks just trying to get it over. She does. Free ball there. Here's Bradley. Bradley, soft touch. Greensboro keeps it alive for a moment. Templeton to Del Castillo, but nobody there for the third hit. And it's 19-14. Aspen Bradley, the senior from Redmond, Oregon, will send this one away. Mayfield to Templeton. Rokov's attack blocked. Saved by Shiflett. Here's Brooks on the attack, and she's going to send it over. It's saved. Schur sends it over. Shiflett, Templeton. Brooks again. That's blocked to Mayfield. Greensboro doing a good job keeping this alive. Quick dump there by Templeton. Schur now with the quick push. Brooks to Templeton. Rokov again the attack. That's blocked. Mayfield to Brooks again. Mayfield just trying to push it over. She does, but Bradley is there. Here comes Schur again on the attempt, and it's going to be a lengthy volley that goes to Salem. Well played point for the Spirits there. They showed a lot of good discipline. Templeton to Brooks on the attack. It's tipped and going out of bounds. An attack for Brooks, and Greensboro leads 20-15. Cody coming in, Klingensmith coming in as well. Grace Klingensmith to serve, which she does. Hit up in the air by Lenny to Bozarth. And what a point there. Sadie Rich crossing the court past the outstretched arms of Shiflett. Klingensmith out, Mayfield in, 20-16. Bramus comes back in as well for Salem as Lenny comes out. Kelsey Brooks wiping up a wet spot there on the near side of the court. Torres sends this one skyward. Brooks going down to get it to Templeton. Back to Brooks on the soft touch. Taken there. Here comes Bramus. Bramus's attack is blocked for a moment, but falling for a point for Salem. Rokov and Cody there, but the Spirits come away with one. Brooks to Templeton. Back to Brooks, and that one's going to drop point Greensboro. Kelsey Brooks, her 4th kill of the night, tying Shiflett for the team lead. Burson in for Rokov. Kelsey Brooks has been strong on the near side. Burson on the serve, a little strong, and over the end line, 21-18. Jelena Bunn to serve. Sends it back to Shiflett, to Templeton, to Cody. Cody's attack off of the hands of Torres, out of bounds, 22-18 Pride. Young checks in for Brooks. Templeton also leading the team in digs right now, too. She's got 5 of those and 7 assists. That's what we call a busy day for Jalen. In the early going, Young serve. A quick dump. Greensboro was not ready for it, but Mayfield, an excellent job. Greensboro in general, Young and Mayfield doing a great job. There's the attack blocked there by Shiflett. Now to Templeton. Back to Mayfield, to Shiflett off of the fingertips of the front line, and that's going to drop. Torres hit it, and then the Spirits just watched it. Greensboro leads 23-18. Great job by Young and Mayfield there to keep that one alive for the Pride. Young on the serve to Bunn, to Bozarth. Here comes Bramus. Bramus's attack to Mayfield. Sends this one high up to Templeton. Now Shiflett attack. Just a little too strong, 23-19. A little bit off towards the Salem bench as well. Pride lead is 4 here in the opening set. Bozarth sends it over. Templeton from Mayfield. Shiflett's attack right to Bozarth, to Bunn, to Bramus, blocked. And they'll reset things here for Salem. Bramus, another attempt. This one to Burson, to Mayfield. Shiflett pushes it over. Bozarth dives and can only tip it. 24-19 Greensboro. Pride need one more to claim the opening set. Del Castillo checks in for Klingensmith. Mayfield serve, puts a lot on that one, goes to the far side. A quick dump there. Grace Young is there for the Pride to Templeton. Here's Shiflett pushing this one. That's going to be saved by Torres. And a point coming on the attack from Aspen Bradley. Bradley finds the back of the court, 24-20. Ella Bramus on the serve. The senior from Chicago, Illinois. Mayfield and Young converge. Quick tip there, Templeton. And it's going to be another point there on that joust going the way of the Spirits, 24-21. Not sure who is actually going to get the official credit there. Bradley was right in the area. So too was Lenny. Or excuse me, that was Schur. Serve from Bramus to Mayfield, to Templeton. Shiflett hard on the attack and catching the line. No, they're going to say it was tipped. And Greensboro is going to claim the opening round of this heavyweight fight. Pride lead it 1-0 here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. So one set in the books here. We'll take a look at some of the numbers. Aspen Bradley with 7 early kills to lead Salem. 8 assists for Reimer, and she's got 6 digs as well for Greensboro. How about Jalen Templeton? 10 assists and 5 digs leading the way. Grace Young has 5 digs as well. Morgan Mayfield has 4. She needs 4 more to move into 3rd place all time at Greensboro College. And, of course, another strong day for Peyton Shiflett with 7 kills already. And she's got 4 digs as well as an assist. Getting set for set number 2, no pun intended. And the Pride taking a hard-fought opening round, 25-21. Teams have switched sides. And we'll do it again. For Greensboro, Burson, Shiflett, Mayfield, Templeton, Brooks, Cody. And for the Spirits, Reimer, Nopoulos, Torres. Bramus with a hard attack. Greensboro can't get it over. And it's a point for the Spirits, who once again strike first. Finishing that lineup, Bunn and Bozarth. Bozarth sends it over to Shiflett, to Templeton. Cody hard on the attack. Bozarth can only get a hand on it. We're square at 1 again. Well, last time Greensboro spotted the Spirits 3 points to start the set. This time it's just 1. Grace Young on the serve. Young sends it over to Torres, to Reimer. Attack there from Bradley. Greensboro trying to send it back. Shiflett on the tip from Bunn, out of bounds, 2-1 Pride. Well, I said it the last time Greensboro played. You don't really want to be on the receiving end of a kill from Peyton Shiflett, or an attack from Peyton Shiflett, if you will. And so many times today we've seen Salem get a hand on it, but not really do anything with it. There's an ace. Grace with the ace. With it. There's the over from Bramus to Templeton. Quick push from Cody. Bunn to Reimer. There's the attack from Bradley. Greensboro tipped it. It goes out of bounds, 3-2. Bramus on the serve, sinking. Mayfield going to get it to Templeton. Cody on the attack, finds the corner. Taylor Cody makes it 4-2 Pride. Substitutions coming for Salem. And it's going to be Mayfield on the serve. Mayfield puts it in the air. That's Linney. Quick touch there from Bramus. Greensboro diving. Young got a hand on it. Shiflett again in the corner. Grace Young saves it. Peyton Shiflett finishes it. Pride lead at 5-2. Here everyone's thinking Greensboro won't be able to do anything with it, and the next thing you know, they pick up a point. Quick touch here and a quick over from Reimer. Again, Young ready for it. Mayfield tried to kick it. You see her smiling out there. Sent over by Reimer. Young to Templeton. Here's Shiflett. Shiflett finds the back of the court again. Peyton Shiflett is on fire here in set number 2. (6-3) Pride. Templeton to serve. Shiflett with 9 kills now. Templeton sends this one over. Linney sent back in by Bradley. Bozarth just going to have to get it over. Young to Templeton. Del Castillo, it's tipped. Bozarth to Reimer. Pushed over and blocked. Del Castillo picks up another. She was a wall on Saturday against the Fighting Squirrels, and she's got another one here today. Seven to 3 Greensboro. Templeton on the serve. Well, there's a stoppage here. I think we're looking over at the lineup for Salem, I believe. While we're waiting, we'll tell you Templeton now just 6 assists away from moving into second place all time. Already 15 tonight. This is turning into a lengthy discussion here at the scorer's table. And we have now been given the okay. Templeton on the serve. Scooped up there. Here comes the attack from Bradley. It's tipped. Mayfield. Rokov, that was tipped. Goes to Bozarth. To Reimer. The attack blocked again. A combo, Shiflett and Del Castillo. Greensboro leads 8-3. A hard-fought opening set, and right now Greensboro trying to stretch their legs a little bit here in set number 2. Templeton on the serve. Sends it softly over to Bozarth. To Reimer. There's the attack. Templeton, I don't know if she was ready for it. She was standing out of bounds, and the point goes over to Salem, 8-4. And the serve too strong, so Greensboro gives one back and then gets one back. Sure, getting credit for the kill moments ago, by the way. Now Shiflett on the serve. Peyton sends it just off the back line, 9-5. Serving here will be Olivia Torres. And the sophomore puts it in the air to Shiflett, to Templeton. All the way across to Brooks. Bozarth on the return to Torres. Pushed over by Bramus. Greensboro high on the return. Templeton to Rokov. It's tipped and saved there. Great job. Bramus just getting it over. Templeton looking, Rokov, and it is sent into the football team, sitting all over the back baseline. 10-5 Greensboro. Should be another assist for Templeton, and she is now on the doorstep of moving into second all time. Here's Klingensmith. Klingensmith on the serve to Torres, to Reimer. There's the attack, blocked by Greensboro. Shiflett trying to get there, she cannot. And it's 10-6. Klingensmith comes out. The official having Greensboro mark or clean up a couple of spots there where Shiflett went for a skid. Now we're ready to go. Jolena Bunn to serve with the left hand. She does to Brooks. Off balance to Templeton. Here comes Rokov. Rokov sends it to the back line. Torres. Quick over. Greensboro not ready for it. Point there to Leah Reimer. Reimer with the left hand, 10-7. And again, here comes Bunn on the serve to Brooks, to Templeton, to Cody. Cody has it partially blocked, now to Bozarth. High set here, Reimer. The attack blocked the other way, but out of bounds. And it's 10-8. Cody got there, but the ball caromed off towards the Salem sideline. And the Spirits going on a little bit of a run here. Shiflett to Templeton to Rokov. Rokov sends it right to Bunn to Torres. Bozarth sends it right back over. Here comes Kelsey Brooks. That one partially blocked. Bunn getting to it. They keep it alive. Great job there by Bradley. An equally good job for Greensboro as Templeton kept that one alive. There's a block. Taylor Cody. Greensboro regains a little bit of that momentum, 11-8. Two blocks for Shiflett so far. Del Castillo with two. Rokov with one. Cody getting in on her first of the day. Pride trying to hang on to that lead. Burson to put this one in the air. Just a low liner. Torres and a quick over. Greensboro ready for it. Mayfield. Here's Shiflett on the attack. Finds the open space again. I'll tell you what, that back left corner, if you're attacking from Greensboro, has been open tonight, and Shiflett has found it now at least 4 or 5 times. Burson sends that one into the net, off the top of the tape and right back where it came from. Service error will make it 12-9. Bozarth to serve, sends this one across. Good job by Brooks going down to get it. Shiflett pushes it over. Good job, Bozarth going down to get that one. Quick attempt there, Brooks to Templeton. Brooks going back line, Torres to Reimer. There's the attack. Good save there by Shiflett. Templeton, Brooks on the attack. Good job, Torres. This has been another good volley. Bozarth, here comes Bramus. Bramus can't get to it. Now she does to Bunn. Bramus again on the attack. Too strong. Another back and forth ends in a point for the Pride, 13-9. Brooks coming out for a well-deserved breather. Grace Young coming in to serve. (13-9). She sends it over to Torres, to Bunn, to Bramus. Bramus off the top of the net. Templeton all the way across to Shiflett. Shiflett got the top of the net as well. Bunn keeps it alive. Here comes Bramus again, pushing that one. Fingertips of Grace Young to Burson. Shiflett elevates, and there goes Bozarth the other way. To Reimer. That one's off the top of the fingertip. Shiflett sends this one to Grace Young. She's just going to have to send a free ball over now to Bunn. Up in the air from Reimer. There's the attack. There's a point for Salem. I think that was Bradley that ultimately will get the kill there, 13-10. Serve there, Bramus. To Mayfield, to Templeton, to Shiflett, to Bozarth. Quick push there from Bradley. Mayfield on the return. Cody has her attack blocked. Bozarth to Reimer. There's an attack that Burson goes down for. Can't do much else with. It'll be another kill for Bradley. (13-11) now. Reimer going back to have a quick word with Bramus. The sophomore from China Grove, the senior from Chicago, having a conference here in Greensboro. That one off the top of the net. Mayfield keeping it alive, going down to get it. Here's Shiflett. She'll get it off the top of the tape as well. Now it's Bramus. Here's Young now for Greensboro. Templeton all the way across to Shiflett. Shiflett with another kill. Peyton's 12th, Greensboro's 14th point of the second set. 14-11. Ends a streak of consecutive points, consecutive kills rather, for Bradley. Mayfield on the serve now for Greensboro. Mayfield sends it across off the fingertips of McKaylee Albright. And Greensboro's going to get the point on the ace from Mayfield. That'll be her second. 15-11 now. Mayfield puts it over again. This time Albright up ahead to Reimer. Here comes Bradley, sent right back to where it came from. Greensboro, though, with a foul. They bump into the net. It'll be 15-12. Reimer will send this one across. This has been every bit as tightly contested as one could hope from the top two teams in the conference so far. Quick one over. Here comes Templeton to Shiflett. It's blocked. It spins on the tape and goes over to the Salem side before being put over by Rich. Greensboro sends it back. 16-12 Pride. You see Del Castillo shaking her hand a little bit there. Greensboro lead is 4. Templeton on the serve. Sends it across. Scooped up there, Reimer. Bradley has it sent right back to her, but out of bounds. 16-13. Bradley here on the serve. It's strong. Mayfield goes down to get it, though. Templeton dives. Can't do much with it other than cross herself into Salem's side of the court. 16-14 now. Templeton 3 assists away from moving into a second place tie. By the way, that would be with Leslie Smith. This one sent over. Rokoff finds the corner. Skylar Rokoff, 17-14. By the way, we should mention with Morgan's last dig, she's now tied for third all-time in Greensboro College history. Shiflett's serve. Albright, here comes the attack the other way. Shiflett dives, can't get to it. There's a kill. I think from sure, let's see, I didn't quite see the number there. 17-15 the score. We'll wait on the stat sheet here. It'll be Torres on the serve while we're waiting. Torres sends it across a little strong. Mayfield gets to it, though, to Templeton. Del Castillo, that's blocked up in front. Bozarth, though, gets to it. Now to Reimer. Quick push. Greensboro sends it right back, but again, a net violation or a foul on Greensboro, 17-16. It was Ellie Schur, by the way, on the kill moments ago. But now Greensboro's lead has shrunk down to a single point. Torres sends it across to Shiflett. To Templeton. Here's Rokoff. Rokoff finds the middle of the court again. Greensboro back up 2. For Templeton, that's 20 assists. Klingensmith will send this one across. Just over the net. A sinking dive. Bozarth, a good effort from Sadie Rich, but to no avail. 19-16 Greensboro now. Klingensmith sends it across. Torres to Reimer. Bramus has it sent right back to her. They're going to reset now. Just a free ball over. Shiflett high in the air to Templeton. Here comes Brooks. That one's tipped. It drops. Greensboro with another point. That's 20. And Templeton, with her 21st assist, is tied now for second place all time with Leslie Smith on the all-time assist leaderboard. Klingensmith on the serve. Here's the attempt from Rich. Greensboro not ready for it. They watch it fall in the middle, 20-17. Substitution here as Bunn checks back in. Bunn on the serve. It's strong, goes to Brooks, goes to Mayfield, back to Kelsey Brooks, has it rejected. A block by Ariana Noplis from Fergus Falls, Minnesota, makes it 20-18. Another serve here for Bunn. Shiflett to Templeton, to Cody, strong, Cody kill. And Templeton is now second place, standalone all time here at Greensboro College, 21-18. Larkin Baxley in for the first time. This one sent back a combination block, Cody and Templeton. Here comes the attack. Shiflett gets to it, but only sends it backwards. 21-19 now. Baxley quickly checking back out for Burson. This one has been a battle in set number 2. Obviously, the last thing the Spirits want to do is drop down 2 sets here. Especially as has been custom this year. The football team making this a very fun environment, at least for the hometown team. Bozarth on the serve, a low liner into the net, point Greensboro. A service error for Bozarth, 22-19. Brooks out, Young in. Pride looking to close out a second straight set to start the afternoon. Young sends it skyward to Torres, to Reimer. Here's the attack from Bramus. Tipped, and a point to Salem, 22-20. We're going to talk about the fighting spirit of the Spirits. There's no quit in this Salem team here in set number 2. Bramus to serve. A low sinker, Shiflett to Templeton. Cody to Bunn. This one's going to be a tough play, going all the way across now to Schur. She just gets it over to Young. Now to Templeton. Shiflett wanting more. Bozarth gets a hand on it, but Shiflett will get the kill. 23-20. Serve here for Mayfield. She's got 2 aces already today. Sends this one across. And a quick dump over. Mayfield able to get to it to Templeton. Shiflett's attack is blocked. Mayfield, this time it's Del Castillo. A quick hand on it, going out of bounds. A diving attempt, Bramus, but her valiant effort falls out of bounds. 24-20 Greensboro. Mayfield looking to seal the deal. This one, a little sinker, gets quickly put right back over by Del Castillo. Templeton on the dump, and the Greensboro Pride take a 2-0 lead. Jousting at the net, Jalen Templeton puts a finish to set number 2, 25-20. Your score will step aside. Third set when we come back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Third set here, moments away from commencing. Greensboro with a 25-20 win in the second set. Jalen Templeton now second all-time in assists here at Greensboro College. Morgan Mayfield is now third all-time in digs for her career, but second on the day with 9. Grace Young has 11 to lead Greensboro. 13 kills for Shiflett, leads all players. Bradley's got 12 for Salem. And Reimer has 22 assists for the Spirits. So Maddie Bozarth will start things off here in set number 3. Bozarth serve to Mayfield. This is going back towards the bleachers and out of bounds. And for the third consecutive match, Salem, or third consecutive set rather, Salem on the board first. Bozarth serve sinking. Good up there from Mayfield. Shiflett on the attack. It's blocked. Torres, Bozarth. Bramus high on the attack and out of bounds, 1-1. Mayfield to serve here for Greensboro, sends this one across. Torres to Reimer. There's the attack by Bramus. Mayfield to Templeton. Shiflett trying to get one. Goes back to Torres to Reimer, a quick dump over, and Shiflett I don't think was ready for it. It caroms off the wall, but it's a point for Salem, 2-1. A quick over there for Salem, caught Greensboro by surprise. Bramus sends it across to Shiflett, to Templeton. There's the attack from Del Castillo. A partial block from Bradley, but a full point for Del Castillo. Pride down just one. Actually, no, that's going to go across to Salem. I thought the Del Castillo got the point, but it's going to be 3-1 Salem. Excuse me on that. Shiflett sending this one over. There's a nice dive and a keep there. A quick over to Mayfield. Shiflett on the attack. Got a hand on it, did Bramus to Bunn. Now pushing it over Schurer. Templeton now. Shiflett again off of the top of the net. It's going to drop in for the point. 3-2. Peyton Shiflett walking the tightrope of the near side boundary to pull the Pride to within 1. Templeton on the serve. Bradley to Reimer. Bradley's attack is sent right back to her. Schurer now trying to attack. Good dig there by Young. Attack from Del Castillo misses wide and a little strong, 4-2. This will be Reimer now. Reimer serve to Young. Templeton trying to get under it. She's able to. Mayfield just getting this one over to Albright. Reimer, there's a quick dump and a score on the attack there from Bradley. Aspen Bradley now 5-2. Serve to Shiflett. Templeton, and Rokov's attack is blocked. And another point for Salem, 6-2 now. Served over by Reimer to Shiflett. Templeton back to Shiflett. And Greensboro finally going to get one back. Shiflett's attack hit off of Albright and caroming out of bounds. 6-3. Shiflett on the serve, getting that one over. Here's Bozarth. Pushing it over Bradley. Mayfield, Templeton, Shiflett has that one sent right back to her, but Mayfield's there to keep it alive. Here comes Rokov. Rokov with a nice push to Bozarth. Now Schur with it, partially blocked. Mayfield gets it to Templeton. Here's Brooks. Brooks trying to push it into the middle point. From one number one to another, Kelsey Brooks finding the middle. McKaylee Albright going down to get it, but couldn't get it cleanly. And Greensboro's pulled to within 2. Shiflett just over the tape again on the serve. Here comes the attack. That's rejected, kept alive. Brooks on the push towards the back. Here comes Albright now. Bradley sends it over. Mayfield to Rokov. Brooks going to try again. That's jousted for at the net. Greensboro still with it. Sending it over now is Templeton. Attack Bradley. Mayfield keeps it alive. Templeton to Brooks. Towards the back. Bozarth. Point Greensboro. Maddie Bozarth and McKaylee Albright collide at the back line. The ball goes off towards the emergency exit. And Greensboro has cut it to 1. Another serve, Shiflett. Up in the air, Albright to Bozarth. Here comes Schur. She'll push it over to Brooks. To Templeton. Here comes Shiflett. Pushing towards the middle. Good job by Albright. Diving down to get that one. It's a good up. Bradley will push it over to Shiflett. Shiflett to Templeton. Rokov trying for the attack. Instead, it's partially blocked. Back to Bozarth. Here comes Bradley again over the middle. That's blocked. Great job, Shiflett, getting it right back over. Reimer on the set. There's the attack. Too strong from Rich. Greensboro's tied it up on the attack error. Six to 6 the score. Shiflett going to wipe up some moisture right in the middle. Checks it with her shoes. Looked as if she was going to go clean up a little bit more, but instead declares it good. Mayfield returns the towel. And Shiflett heads back to serve. All square at 6 now. She sends it over to Albright. To Reimer. Here's the attack. Sure, Shiflett can't get to that one. Does a split. And she's good to go. It's 7 to 6 now. Serve from Bradley. Mayfield going down to get it. Now Templeton. Here comes Rokov. Rokov trying to push it into the middle of the court. Back to Bradley. Here comes the attack. Sure, that's blocked. Rokov, Del Castillo in your face. Tie it at 7. Skylar Rokov, Carla Del Castillo have been absolute wall in the front today. Klingensmith on the serve. Quick push over there to Templeton. To Shiflett. Brooks looking down the line. Brooks with the point. Kelsey Brooks makes it 8-7 Greensboro. Klingensmith across to Albright. And that's going to be a point for Salem as Greensboro hits the net there on the attempt from Cody. 8-8 the score. Torres on the serve to Brooks, to Templeton. Cody looking for it, and she's going to find the middle of the court. 9-8 Greensboro. Taylor Cody give her 5 kills on the evening. Burson checks in. And she will serve here for the Pride. Burson sends it across. Torres to Reimer. Here's the attack. Bramus to Shiflett. Back to Burson. Mayfield looking to just quickly get it over. She does to Rich. And Reimer looks like she was going to set it, but maybe wasn't sure where. Either way, the ball falls harmlessly down on just a little a bit of, hesitation perhaps from Reimer. Greensboro leads 10-8 now. Burson on the serve to Torres, to Reimer. Here comes Bramus, high on the attack. Burson, though, got a hand on it, out of bounds, 10-9. Substitution coming here. No, it's not. Never mind. I thought there was for a moment. Bunn coming to the near side to serve. Sends it across to Shiflett. Templeton quickly trying to dump it over. She does. Here comes the attack from Reimer into the net. 11-9 Greensboro. Greensboro to serve. It'll be Grace Young. Young sends it back to Torres, to Bozarth. Here comes Bramus. Bramus across to Young, to Templeton. Now to the near side. Shiflett is blocked. It's out of bounds. Point Greensboro, 12-9. Shiflett's attack partially blocked by Noplis and I believe Reimer. But out of bounds it goes. Greensboro leads by 3. Here's Young. Young into the middle. Torres hits it directly towards the scorer's table, 13-9. And a timeout taken here by Salem. In a battle of the 2 remaining undefeated teams of the USA South, Greensboro looking for the sweep. They lead 13-9 in the final, or in the third set, we should say. Do not get ahead of yourself yet. This Salem team can do some damage in a hurry. 13-9 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Following the timeout, Grace Young to serve. Greensboro leads 13-9 in the third set. There's the attack blocked there by Greensboro, kept alive by Templeton sending it over. Here comes the attack. Bramus to Shiflett, to Templeton. Back to Shiflett. And a quick over by Reimer. Templeton behind the back. Oh my, Jalen Templeton. 14-9, Templeton, the no-look kill. Young on the serve here. After you thought this place was electric, Templeton just sent it up another level. A quick over there, Mayfield ready. Great reflexes there for Mayfield. Reimer was trying to catch Greensboro napping. And here's a point for Salem. Is that volley killed by an official's whistle? Greensboro may have touched the net there. 14-10. Bozarth serves to Mayfield, to Templeton. Here comes Shiflett. Shiflett with another 17 kills. 15-10 pride. My goodness, Peyton makes it look easy. Mayfield on the serve. It's a little strong, but Torres plays it anyways, and letting it drop is Reimer. Reimer just kind of watched it after she hit it. Greensboro up by 6 now. Mayfield serve, dropping across the bun to Reimer. There's the attack, Bradley. Good job, Young, getting to it. Mayfield sends this one high in the air. Shiflett trying to punch it into the middle. Peyton Shiflett, 17-10 pride. Salem leaving the middle open. Greensboro saying, I'll take that. Another serve for Mayfield, a low liner, bun to Bramus. This one the attack from Bradley. Shiflett looking for another, too strong. 17-11. Bramus to serve. 2 service aces today, one for Bradley, one for Bozarth. This one into the net, service error. And it's 18-11 Greensboro. Rokov coming back in, and Burson checking out. Templeton to serve. She's got an ace today, as well as 31 assists and 9 digs. 18-11 Greensboro. Templeton sends it over. Bozarth to Reimer. Quick dump there. Greensboro keeps it a lot. No, they didn't. Thought they did. A couple of Greensboro players diving for it, but finding the floor. Makes it 18-12. That's a kill from Bradley. Give her 16 today. Second only to Shiflett's 18 on the game. Templeton wiping up the floor. And it'll be Reimer. Reimer sends it across to Young, to Templeton now. Shiflett looking for another. It's blocked. It's a point. Peyton Shiflett, 19 kills. $19 points for Greensboro now. Shiflett sends this one over. Albright to Reimer. Schurrer on the attack. Greensboro sending it right back. Now Templeton to Mayfield. Quick push by Rokov. Salem keeps it alive. Schurrer punching it over. Mayfield, Templeton. Greensboro says try it again. Kelsey Brooks pushing into the middle. Bozarth going down to get that one. Schurrer again pushing it over. Here comes Brooks. Sends it high to Templeton. Going all the way across. Shiflett now has it rejected. A double hit there from Bradley, and that's a point, Greensboro. Bradley hit it up to herself, and it's 20-12. Shiflett on the serve to Albright, to Reimer. Pushed across Bradley. Good job, Rokov, getting there. Wasn't sure if anyone was at first. Brooks on the attack, just inside the line, 21-12. Kelsey Brooks, kill number 9. Greensboro looking for win number 10. Shiflett sends this one across. Albright to Reimer. There's the attack, partially blocked by Rokov, but out of bounds. Point to Salem, 21-13. Bradley now will send it across for the Spirits. It's Brooks to Templeton. Rokov gearing up for it. Hits this one and a whistle. Point Greensboro on a Salem foul, 22-13. Klingensmith to serve. Looks like McCown's going to check in for Rokov. No, they're not going to let that substitution happen right now. 22-13, Klingensmith to send it away. Hit high in the air by Albright to Bozarth. All the way across now to Rich. Greensboro keeps it alive. Templeton. Here comes Rokov. Rokov kind of hit it off the side of her hand, 22-14. Now Cantley McCown coming in for Rokov. Mayfield coming in as well. Klingensmith out. Couple of substitutions for Salem as well. (22-14). Torres to serve. Salem not going away without a fight. To Brooks, to Mayfield, back to Brooks. Torres gets to it. Reimer with it. Now it's Rich. Rich over Mayfield, 22-15. We'll hold the phone here a little bit as the Spirits start to make something happen. Late in set number 3, Shiflett to Templeton. They were kind of looking at each other like, who's going to get it? Ultimately, it's Brooks. Bozarth going down to dig that one out. Here comes the attack to Bramus. And it was Shiflett, Templeton, Brooks finding the middle again. Kelsey Brooks. She's got 10 kills. The Pride need 2 more points. McCown out. Coming in now, Brecken Barr. I think that may be the first time we've said her name today. Barr on the serve to the back. Torres sent high in the air from Reimer. Rich has it partially blocked by Cody. Mayfield, Templeton, Cody again. Cody, kill, 24-15. Fans starting to stand here at Haynes. Barr sends this one high to the back. Torres to Reimer. And there is a whistle. A foul. Here Greensboro up on the net, 24-16. It'll be Bunn to send this one across to Mayfield. Templeton. Brooks blocked. Shiflett goes down to get it. Templeton again. Brooks to try again. Puts this one into the middle. There's Bunn to Reimer. Here comes Bramus. Going down to get it again. Brooks sends this one across. There's the attack. Going all the way back to the roof. Mayfield sending this one over. Brooks to Bozarth. Here we go again. Bramus on the attack. Shiflett dives. Can't get to it. 24-17. I'll tell you what, some of the lengthy volleys we have had today have been very impressive. This one going the way of the Spirits. Bunn on the serve. Mayfield going down to get it. Here's Templeton. Here's Cody. Bozarth able to keep this one alive for a moment. Bramus putting this one back across. Here's Templeton. Here's Shiflett. Can she end it? No. 24-18. Salem scratching and clawing with everything they've got left. Bunn sends it across to Shiflett. Greensboro looking for that elusive point. Still will not come. Salem cuts it to 5. Was 24-16, now 24-19. Bunn, a liner across to Mayfield. To Templeton, a quick over. Bozarth can't get it. And then there was one. Greensboro, the last remaining undefeated team in the USA South. Oh, Jalen Templeton, the high IQ play. The Pride go to 10-2, 6-0 in conference play. What an evening here tonight. Greensboro wins in their 3rd consecutive sweep. 3-0 of Brevard, 3-0 of Mary Baldwin. and now 3-0 of Salem, but my goodness, the Spirits made the Pride work a little bit for this one here tonight. We'll see which players we get a hold of here in just a moment. We'll give you some of the stats as well. But I think the important thing is that Greensboro starting to put a little distance from the pack in the USA South. They win the first set 25-21, second set 25-20, third set 25-19. What an absolutely incredible performance here for Greensboro. We're going to grab Grace Young and Carla Del Castillo.
Okay.
Hey, Carla, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Fantastic. Well, hey, an incredible performance for you guys today. You were part of 5 blocks today and had a couple of kills as well. Just what was working for you guys today?
Honestly, I would say the very specific training that Coach Bo had us do. We watched a lot of film, that we prepared very well for the hitters that we were going against. So our defense was very prepared, and so was our block.
You guys are now the only undefeated team left in the USA South after taking down Salem, who hadn't lost yet at all. What was your guys' conversations like coming into today's game knowing this was going to be a fight?
Well, it was more just kind of being present, being as just kind of focusing on the next play, not getting too upset when we lose a point, because we knew that we were going to go against a really big team and we knew that they were going to have their big plays. So it was more just the mindset of focusing on the next play and seeing how we can score next.
Last question here for you before we turn the headset over to Grace. And I asked Kelsey Brooks this the other day. We were talking a little bit about the wrestling belt. We've seen the WWE belt on social media. Talk a little bit about that and how that has been a lot of fun for you guys.
I love it. It definitely gives us something to fight for. It gives us some kind of motivation. And then on top of that, it's really cool. Like, it's heavy. It feels expensive. So when you have it, you just have so much pride, not only for your teammates, but for yourself, too.
Really cool indeed. What else is cool? First place in the USA South.
Yeah.
Thank you
100%.
so much, Carla.
No, thank you.
And we're going to have Grace Young here with us as well. Hey, Grace, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Hey, absolutely incredible game for you guys today. You had 2 aces today, part of the 16 digs as well. Talk a little bit about your afternoon.
It was a great afternoon. We've worked all week on setting up a new defense this week against Salem, just because of their opposing hitters and everything. So the block was set up very nice. Everybody was playing great together. We've been having fun in practices and really working hard as a team.
I mentioned your 2 aces a few moments ago. Talk a little bit about kind of your thought process on those. And do you kind of scout out, these are areas of the floor that they're leaving unguarded?
Kind of. So last week, Coach told me to try a new serve. So he was having me serve more cross, and it's been working really well. And I just tell myself to trust my training.
Absolutely. It's paid off in a big way. Last question here for you. You guys are first place in the conference. You're the only team left undefeated. Talk a little bit about how you guys plan to go on from here.
I think just showing up to practice every single day with a good attitude and just everybody working hard in practices and knowing that we have good competition ahead of us. So just preparing mentally and physically the proper way.
Well, Grace, thank you so much. Congratulations. Go enjoy that win.
Thank you so much.
We'll take a look at the final statistics here from today's contest. Again, we will look at Salem first. Excuse me. Kills today, Bradley with 16. Bramus had 11. 6 for Scherer. Assists 30 for Reimer. Next closest had 2. Aces 1 apiece for Bradley and Bozarth. Digs go 10 to Reimer, 10 to Bunn, and 18 to Bozarth today. As for Greensboro, leader in kills, no surprise, Peyton Shiflett. Kelsey Brooks had 10, 6 for Cody, and 5 for Skylar Rokov today as well. You take a look at assists, 36 for Jalen Templeton. She is now second standalone all-time in Greensboro College history. 5 assists for Morgan Mayfield today, second on the team. Mayfield had 3 aces. Grace Young had 2, 1 each for Templeton and Klingensmith. Diggs pretty well spread out today. Morgan Mayfield has 17, so she's moved into third place all time on the career Diggs list. 16 for Grace Young, 12 for Peyton Shiflett, 10 for Templeton. We mentioned the 5 blocks for Del Castillo. Cody and Rokov had 2 each as well. Well, for Greensboro, a huge win today, a huge check mark, if you will, as they take down Salem. They'll square off against Pfeiffer next on the road on Saturday. And when you look at the USA South standings and where Pfeiffer sits, they are in the middle, 3-3. They are 6-9 in conference play. Greensboro's next home volleyball match, you got to wait a little bit. They had to, we mentioned that tri-match. Well, I lost the word there for a moment. Pfeiffer and Johnson and Wales on Saturday, on the road next Wednesday. So about 10 days from now will be the next home match. It'll be a conference match against North Carolina Wesleyan next October. It's a part of a tri-match there, including Trinity Baptist College. As far as Greensboro College athletics on the large scale, that is actually our final broadcast of the day, or of the week, rather. Greensboro will have a full slate on Saturday. Everything will be on the road. Football back after their bye week against Southern Virginia. We mentioned volleyball on the road, men's and women's soccer, a doubleheader on the road at Warren Wilson. So our next broadcast will be next Tuesday. That is October the 7th. Women's soccer returning to action against Mary Baldwin after a heartbreaking 1-0 loss just a few hours ago here against Methodist. But no heartbreak inside Haynes Gym tonight. Greensboro College goes to 10-2 on the season, 6-0 in conference play by sweeping Salem and becoming the last remaining undefeated team in USA South play. That'll wrap everything up for us inside of Haynes Gym. A big thank you to all of our game day staff, our Director of Sports Information, Stephen Whitenhouse, my producer today, Jay Sean Ayala. I'm Kendrick Fruits, wishing you a green and white good night. This has been a presentation of Greensboro College Volleyball on the Greensboro College Sports Network.